Hi everybody, sanibonani, welcome to my channel. Igama lami nguNtando Mdletshe, and on this channel siyasifunde incwadi ebhalwe ngolimi lwethu lesiZulu size la sokhuluma ngazo le incwadi. Sixoxele laba phela abanqena ukufunda incwadi, which is good because siyabafundela bese seza sobaxoxela lana nalabo abanqenayo nje. Abanqenayo nabangenasikhathi, we do it for them, but we also watch ama-reality TV shows ayethu ala eMzansi bese sizala sokwenza ama-reviews ama-recaps bese siyaphinda futhi sikhuluma nga-any other issues avukayo uma ngabe lama-show sesiwabukile TV. Uma ngabe uyaqala ukujoyina namhlanje and it just so happens ukuthi you like our content, do not forget to press the subscribe button la ngezansi bese uyaphinda futhi upress notification bell eduze kuka subscribe ukuze phela uthole umyalezo uma ngabe umsebenzi omusha sesiwufakile. Guys, we do ama-reviews ka Somizi. Tiwani living the dream with Somizi. We are living through Somizi because really we don't have that house or those houses and those cars, and we're living the dream through him. So we do ama-reviews, and right now we're on episode 3. We just did episode 3 this week, but I just wanted to talk a little bit about indaba kaMohale and him allegedly wanting 50% of the estates kaSomizi. Kahle it's not Somizi's estates. It's Somizi and Mohale's estates, because there was never a prenup, honey. There was never a prenup. Estates, yeah, whether he likes it or not. People are saying Utu Mohale did a heist, but now Somizi is doing a heist because now Somizi is taking the estates, yeah, boy, too, all for himself instead of sharing, because it is rightfully his, you guys. If he really wanted to get it, he could. But anyway, I wanted to talk about it. Here's the thing. This video is it's mostly inspired by a video that I watched that was done by Ufix Fix channel, and she was talking about, I like how Ufix does her videos. When I want to laugh, I really just go and watch ama videos got fixed, because she's very funny. She was doing a video talking about how now it's being said Ugutu Somizi is saying, I don't know if he's really said it or people are just making a joke. He's saying Ugutu, all of that reality show of them getting married was not really them getting married. They were just rehearsing and it was just a movie. Because it was just a movie. So all of those celebrities that were there at the wedding were just there to shoot a movie. It wasn't really a wedding. And that is how he is getting out of getting umshado wabo to be recognized as a marriage, because you guys know in South Africa umthetho uthi as long as nginencwadi yebizo as long as kuneyithombe ezazenza something kufakwa nama-ring or anything, or iy'thombe zomalume beyokhokha ilobolo, that's it. You know, noma ungasho ukuthi inkomo eziwu-2, that's it, you are a married girl. So keep those photos. In case of brothers wants to deny one day ukuthi you were married, you can just say, hey, nabo malume, what were your uncles doing at my house? What were your uncles doing at my house? What is this money on the table? That was lobola, you know. But here's the thing, I was so like, for me it's just confusing how they want us to believe how the story is going, because from the show Usomizi wants us to believe that Mohale is fighting to get the 50% of the estate, which really, if they are married, would be rightfully his. The only issue with umshado wabo is that they never signed the marriage certificates. But you know, according to what they always tell us, ama experts umthetho, is that you actually don't need to have a marriage certificate in South Africa for umshado wako to be recognized as a legal marriage. So I'm surprised that that is an advantage for them, that the marriage certificates was never there. And then they say, okay, Mohale wants 50%, but Usomizi is denying ukuthi there was a marriage, rehearsal. I'm like, this cannot be true, because that marriage would be the easiest that wedding would be the easiest to prove what it was a wedding, because they were on the show saying they are getting married. Even if they can get away with saying that was a movie, but why would you now talk about wanting to get a divorce? What are you divorcing? You were never married. It was a movie. So what are you who are you divorcing? And he is going to have a divorce party. Being Mohale, I would just wait for the divorce part and then just take that, because it's going to be on the show, and just take that clip and give it to my lawyer and say, you see, he's having a divorce party. How was he not married, but he's having a divorce party? So for me, I just feel like it's just like there's something that feels like it feels untrue to think that Somizi would be able to go to convince the law by saying that that was just a movie, that was just a rehearsal, so he's not really married. I feel like there are so many weaknesses to that wedding. So but then it also just makes me feel like, because guys, honestly, we have never heard Mohale ever say that he wants 50%. If there's anything that Mohale hasn't talked about, is how much he wants from Mulokuzana Somizi. Somizi is the only one that talks about the estates, the money, or the whatever. Mohale to me feels like somebody that really just wanted to get out of that relationship, and when he was out, he was out. He didn't take anything. I haven't seen anything that indicates that he wants something. Maybe it exists, you guys can share it, but I haven't seen anything. I'm starting to feel like Somizi wants us to think that Mohale wants 50%, but I actually don't think that he wants 50%, because I do feel like deep down in my heart, I feel like he would be able, all he would need is just a good lawyer, to be able to get that 50%. The fact that he didn't get it is because he really just didn't want it. He really just wanted to move on with his life. I don't know what Somizi would gain from lying to us and saying that Mohale wants 50%. when Mohale doesn't want it. I don't know, but I feel like if Mohale wanted 50%, he would get it. He would be able to get it. The fact that he's not able to get it, it's because he doesn't want it. Even if there's no marriage certificate, there's so many things that prove that they did get married. So I do feel like, you guys, honestly, I'm getting convinced the more and more they talk about this, saying that Somizi Mohale couldn't prove what the marriage exists. It feels like a lie to me. It feels like a lie. It's almost like they think we are so stupid as the viewers, as the followers, that we would believe that Mohale tried to prove that this marriage existed and he failed. I feel like he didn't try because he probably didn't care and he probably didn't want that 50%. And we are sitting here thinking Mohale is the one who who conducted that heist, but I feel like Somizi is the one actually who's doing the heist, because the properties, the whatever, the cars, the houses, they belong to both of them because they were married out of in community of property, so it does belong to Mohale too. If he wants to let it go, he can let it go, but it does belong to him. So the person or busy ngama heist la kahle Somizi, but aniboni nina. And the whole thing of Mohale wanting 50%, I really, guys, honestly feel like it's a lie. But if at some point they provide the proof that Mohale really does want 50% and he really is fighting for 50%, then I would believe it when I say it. But for now, since there is no evidence, I'm just going to believe ukuthi Mohale is in Zimbabwe living his best life and not even caring about what Somizi is doing right now, because he's not even answering to all of the things that are being said about him on the show. I really think, you guys, we just need to leave this boy alone to move on with his life. I really feel like when he got out of that marriage, for him it was a relief, and he really just would like to move on with his life. I don't know if you guys believe it. Do you really believe Mohale fought for the 50%, or do you feel like it's a lie and they just want us to think he was fighting for the 50%? Because I feel like it would be the easiest 50% to fight for. You have every right to fight for it. And would it be that this quick as well? If he was fighting, guys, when did they go to court? Because next week we're watching Somizi having a divorce party and saying Mohale is not going to get anything. When did they go to court? because if really he was fighting, then they would get to a point where they have to go to court and the judge will have to decide. So how was that decided? I feel like kunamanga athile siwabukayo kule show because they want to direct amalokuzana ingqondo zethu a certain way, and I feel like I'm not buying it. Are you guys buying it? Do you feel like he wanted the 50%? I just want to hear your views, you guys. But me personally, I feel like there's a possibility that this boy didn't even fight for the 50. He's just sitting there watching a mangala waswabugayo nathi kushoka Somizi. And it's just a surprise as us. Huh? I'm fighting for 50%. Huh? I lost. Huh? Really? Anyway, you guys, please like the video before and share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. It's a weekend, so there's a lot of things we're going to talk about today, which is tomorrow really to me, but it's today to you. Okay. Thank you so much. Nginithanda kakhulu.